UVA basketball gets its first test of the 2023-2024 season Friday night in Charlotte. Chris Graham for Augusta Free Press. Tony Bennett got an easy opening 40 minutes on Monday in the 80-50 win over Tarleton State. Getting a look at his new look roster, getting a feel for how things will play out. Florida kind of had the same situation. Coach Todd Golden and his team, a 93-73 win over Loyola, Maryland on Monday. Now, this is going to be a test, to say the least, for both sides. KenPom.com has Florida 41st. Virginia's 29th in KenPom. So that tells you these are two teams that are probably looked at as being relatively equal. The Gators were projected to finish 8th in the SEC in the preseason. Now, 8th in the SEC probably has you on the right side of the NCAA tournament bubble if they were to finish out that way. So that tells you this is looked at as a team that's probably going to be an NCAA team. Now, Florida, just like Virginia, a lot of new guys. 8-man rotation for Golden has 3 transfers and 2 freshmen in the mix. The leading returning guy is 6'5" sophomore guard Riley Kugel. Averaged 9.9 points a game last year. Pretty good shooter from 3, 37.6%. He had 23 points in the season opening win, 10 of 15 from the field in 34 minutes. The point guard is a transfer. Iona transfer Walter Clayton. He played for, obviously, Rick Pitino when he was at Iona for the first couple of years. He averaged 16.8 points per game last year, shot 43.1% from 3. So good shooter is Clayton. He had 9.6 boards and 5 assists in the season opener. The other starter in the backcourt is a 6'4" junior, Will Richard, who's actually played his whole career at Florida. That's in this day and age kind of rare, right? But averaged 10.4 points per game last year. Only had 3 points in the opener in 30 minutes. Maybe one of those things where there's all these new guys, getting used to each other. The other guard off the bench, other guard in the rotation, I should say, off the bench, Denzel Aberdeen, a 6'5" sophomore, also a holdover from last year. Last year, just averaged 3.4 minutes a game in 12 appearances. Got 16 minutes off the bench on Monday night. The front court's big. These are some big guys. Marshall transfer Micah Hangloten. A 7'1" sophomore, had 16 points, 7 of 8 shooting, hit a couple of threes in the win over Loyola. Last year, only made 1 3 all season long, so that's a new skill that Hangloten is added to his skill set. The other big in the front court is another transfer, Seton Hall grad transfer, Tyree Samuel, 6'10", 239, so big bruiser. Averaged 11 points and 6 rebounds a game last year for Seton Hall. And he had 15 points and 8 boards in the win on Monday. The first big off the bench is another big guy, 6'11" freshman, Alex Condon, had 13 points, and he also had a couple of threes, 2 of 3 from 3 in the opener. And another freshman, 6'9", Thomas Hall, had 6 points in the opener. So it's a big Florida team. The big guys can shoot it. And they're still relatively new, so kind of hard to get a scouting report on it. A group that's kind of new to each other. They're still scouting each other out. It's similar for Virginia, 5 returning guys and then 5 new guys in the rotation for Tony Bennett. So this game tips off at 7:00 Friday night. It's being played down in Charlotte as part of a showcase down there. Good place to watch basketball. I was planning on going, but so much else going on in and around that not able to make the trip. Game was being broadcast on ACC Network, so tune in. Of course, we'll have post-game coverage from the home office here. In addition to, I should mention this since we're recording this on Thursday, tonight, Virginia football at number 11 Louisville, and that game is scheduled for, the TV show starts at 7:30, a kickoff not long after that. Of course, check us out after the game for post-game, and we'll try to have as much as we can to make sense of that one. And you can go to AugustaFreePress.com to get the previews of both for basketball and for football. Busy time of year in the sports realm with the confluence of basketball and football seasons here. So it keeps us plenty busy at AFP. If you have any questions for me, anything you need to look into, please email me at chris@AugustaFreePress.com.